everyone. The late, great Whitney Houston sang a song, The Greatest Love of All. And the lyrics go like this. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. I'm going to stop right there. As an educator, is it ever really easy? Is it? Some that may be tenured, I don't have that luxury yet. I'm working my way. It may be easier. The lesson plans are what they are. Status quo, you're going to keep it. But guess what? Times have changed. The children have changed. Their needs have changed. And so we as educators, instead of being comfortable with where we've been, we need to get out of our own way, out of our own little box, and meet the children where they're at to help them so that they can be the success and not the statistic. I had a student in my class. His name is Nick. Nick was termed as being defiant, unruly, loud, aggressive. Okay, maybe he was. How often do teachers just take, as soon as a child acts up, you just have to go. Get out. Not today. I have work that I have to do. I've been up preparing all night. This lesson has to be done. They're going to have my observation on Friday, and I don't have time to be messing with you. You got to go. See, that's the easy way out. The grunt work is getting down into the trenches with the children to see what's really going on. Because 9 times out of 10, in most, there is something really going on. So Nick comes to my class. We end up over time having conversations. I love to talk to my students, right? And I'm going to say this. No disrespect to anyone in the room, because I love all educators. God bless you all for the tremendous work that you do for those that do it. I came through alternate route. So I bring a different perspective to the room. Life. What you need to get it on the outside. I can meet you where you are in the classroom because I've seen it through the trenches that I've been in my walk throughout my career. So we have a conversation. What's going on with you? What you acting up for? What is it? Miss Flea, that's what the kids call me. Miss Flea, look, man, I'm tired. I fall asleep because I work late at night. You're 17, what kind of work are you doing late at night? And can you be out past a certain time? At that age, is this even right? What are you doing? I sell drugs. Okay. You see, I had to go live with my aunt. And in order to stay with her, I have to pay her X amount of dollars a month to live in her house. I got fired from Walmart because I acted out. Why? Because I had my headphones on and I was stocking the items, and I just wanted to listen to my music. And the supervisor yelled at me and told me that I had to take the headphones off. And I cussed him out because I finally had gotten this system down right, but I felt like he was picking on me because it seemed like even the little things that I tried to do right, it seemed like I could never get it right. So now, Auntie didn't want to hear that. She said, show me the money. And so Nick went out on various corners, and he did what he had to do in that moment just to secure a roof over his head, something to eat. Can any of you imagine what that is like? Think about it. A lot of us probably had maybe not the best homes, but certainly no one telling you to go out and sell drugs to bring money to bring in. So yeah, he was tired aggravated because even at home, he wasn't getting what he needed. School is supposed to be a safe place. We educate the children. We give them what they need. We're speaking life into the children. We're giving them hope. We're giving them opportunity. We're giving them just a break away from some things that they may be facing when they leave those doors and have to make that journey home. And so, for those of us that may get it in our minds and label children as just bad, he don't get it. She just cut up all the time just because. Take time, if you don't or haven't already, to sit and find out what's really going on. You may be surprised. And it's okay to open up and be vulnerable yourself to help somebody else. How many of us in here are perfect? No? Okay. Right. And it's in being authentic with the students that you'll draw them in. Now, I'm not saying you have to get up there and tell them all your business, but it's okay to share a story. I teach finance. I go up in front of the class. How many of you have heard the theory of robbing Peter to pay Paul? I'll do it. I've done it. Depending on that need and want, I may go ahead and rob Peter to pay Paul to go to a concert or something I may want to do. However, I'm old enough to understand that I have money saved up so that when Peter comes back around and has to get paid, I'm going to take care of my responsibilities. You would be surprised to know how many children don't even have the resources, or their families don't have the resources to pay Peter and even get to Paul. We need to open our minds to what's really happening in the lives of these children. Nick was a great example for me of what could be. He would come and talk to me during his free periods. It even got to the point that they said if he cut up one more time, he was not going to graduate. And so he would come to the safety of my room to sit, to relax, to not argue, to catch up on some work that he had to do. Because guess what? He finally got it. I'd rather be in the safety of where you are than to be out in the possibility of what could happen, because I want to make it, because you constantly reinforce over and over and over and over again that we can be leaders if we choose to be. And despite the situations of things that we may have to endure for a little while, if you just trust, believe, hope, push, and believe it, you can get it. And that's where we come in as educators. He did graduate this past June. I was so proud. I was so proud to see it happen. And I look forward to hearing the great things to come. So let me spin back for a minute. When I first began teaching, I thought I was going to walk into the room and it was going to be like me giving a presentation. I'm going to sit around a group of people. I'm going to teach them this lesson. I'm in, I'm out. Honey. I quickly became teacher, counselor, therapist, auntie, mama, cousins, nurse. You have to care. It doesn't work if you don't. You have to, I think, sometimes we have to reprogram our own mindset to why you even began to love education in the first place. You have to get back to that place. What pushes you to want to help somebody else? You can do it. I had a student, Diane. She was in my class. We were figuring out how to calculate overtime. So I said, I need a volunteer to go up to the whiteboard. Great. She goes up to the whiteboard. We're going through the problem. I said, write the word annual and then the word salary. So she stops. She turns. Miss Flea, how do you spell annual? And then how do you spell salary? Some of the kids start snickering. Nah. I told them, we don't do that in here. It's not what this is about. First of all, thank you for being honest enough to say what you didn't know. Thank you for asking for help to know how to do it. See, that's what it is. We can't shame these children. Either they know or they don't. And then here's my question. How did you get to 12th grade and can't spell those words? Who's doing these evaluations? Who's walking in and doing the oversight of the observations that are being conducted? Who dropped the ball? We as educators need to really think about that. Don't give them halfway. Give them the whole journey. My children in my class, they have to register to vote. When they're 17, even though they can't vote till they're 18, but they're eligible at 17. They get the forms. Fill them out, let's go. 18, fill them out, let's go. And I personally deliver them to the clerk's office because you know why? They are the leaders of tomorrow. They are our future. We need to breed leaders that can take us to the next level. We need to stop being comfortable in our situations, getting our paychecks, showing up. I'm not staying late because it's not in the contract. Get over yourself. It's about the children. Them. We are put there as vessels to help them and to bless them. For those of you that do, thank you. For those of you that might, let's get it together. We can do this. It just takes a little bit of us pouring in. You'll be surprised at the benefits of what come out. And so for me, yes, I do believe the children are our future. I will teach them well so that they will lead the way. I will continue to show them all the beauty that they possess inside and give them a sense of pride to make it easier for them to look at that boy or girl in the mirror when they get up and say, you know what? I will be a success. I will not be a statistic. Thank you.